What's up, fellow collectors? Welcome back to the M.I.B. Master Toy Museum. I'll be your curator today. Guys, we want to have a little fun today and just really do a comparison review, if you will, of just how far Mego has really come with their Frankenstein monsters. From card art to the figures themselves. A timeline, if you will. Mego's been putting out the Frankenstein monsters since Wave 2. And we've got a chance to really see the evolution, if you will, of these figures. And the different levels, I should say, of innovation that Mego has used. I still think this is one of the coolest cards, though. I personally think this is still one of the coolest cards. And this is the fun part about collecting these figures. You can really see how far Mego's come. You can see what we were initially happy with or prepared to settle for, up to what we have now and what we think is probably one of the best monsters Mego has produced. Not just a Frankenstein monster, but one of the best monsters, period, that Mego has produced. And I believe we have more Frankensteins on the way from Mego. I think we're going to be getting the son of Frankenstein. So that's going to be a fun one. But Mego's given us here's a very innovative one, the glow-in-the-dark Frankenstein. Which I think is one of my favorites because of the glow-in-the-dark aspect. But if you look closely, they're all the same head sculpts. The bare chest Frankenstein, you see, he got the shackles on his arms here. But for the most part, he's got the sutures and the stitching here on the face. But the same head sculpt. Which one is your favorite Frankenstein? We want to hear all of that, guys. Leave your comments right underneath this video in the comment section. We're just doing a fun comparison today. I believe the overwhelming majority of you guys are will say that the new Boris Karloff Frankenstein is your favorite. And a lot of you guys are going to say that just off the strength of the head sculpt. This is Mego putting it all together after several tries. But maybe this is not your favorite. Maybe the Boris Karloff Mego figure is not your favorite. Maybe it's the first one. And I'm always partial to the first one. And I'll tell you why. Because he was the first one. It was Mego's really return to the toy store aisles. It was Mego's return for a lot of the kids of the 1970s that grew up playing with Mego action figures. And to have a Mego Frankenstein monster hanging on a toy store peg, that was just super cool. Super cool. So the green Frankenstein will always have a special place in my heart. And I remember people just being so frustrated with this figure. Looking past the fact that, you know, we actually had Mego figures again. They were very frustrated with this figure. Very, very negative. Very judgmental about this figure. He's green. He's missing the electrodes. It's just the outfit's all wrong. Why is everything green? What's the purpose for the chain? You know, the small accessory that came with this figure. When, you know, only thing I was happy about was the fact that we had a Frankenstein monster. And Mego, you know, continued their challenge of adding more monsters, adding more Frankensteins, and then we got the bare chest Frankenstein. You can see the arms are different colors and textures, the sutures, the splatters of blood there. Still no electrodes, but it was another attempt at a Frankenstein monster. And people were a little happier this time around when this one came out. The chains made more sense because of the shackles on his arms. So it made a little bit more sense. So accessory-wise, he was a little cooler. Aesthetically, he was just a little cooler. He looked better. But in reality, Mego did very little. You know, they kept the same head sculpt. They gave him a cooler card. Absolutely, by far, this is the best card. Actually, this is a card that would have looked nice on our newer Boris Karloff Mego action figure. What do you guys think? Who's got the best card? I think the bare chest Frankenstein has the best card. By far. It's just my opinion, guys. And then Mego went and gave you guys the glow-in-the-dark option of the Frankenstein. And everybody really loved this one. Once again, they two cool elements here. The shackles on the hands and the glow-in-the-dark aspect. Same head sculpt, though. but they gave you a blacked out version here. Of the outfit. And I believe they kept that same one. This one has pockets on it. And this one doesn't. So it's different. Outside of those pockets. But everything else is about the same. Oh, and he's got a gray shirt on. Which one's your favorite, guys? If you had to give these figures a ranking, you have to rank them from 1 to 4. Who's your number 1? Who's your number 2? Who's your number 3? Who's your number 4? We want to hear all that, guys. That's the cool part about having all of these Frankensteins from Mego. You can really look at the evolution and all of the different type of innovative ways that Mego went about creating these figures. We just want to have a little fun today down here at the museum. And just getting a chance to look at all of these Frankensteins together in one video. You decide, guys. You know the routine, guys. God bless. Stay safe and keep collecting.